welcome back to another video. So I'm your girl Shantel, and today baby's here with me today to share some information, some valid information to you guys, where you will be able to benefit from the filing process if you're someone who's interested to migrate to the US to or with or through a IR1 visa or any other visa. Is the same process or the same procedure. So stick around, get your notepad, get your pens, and get ready to take notes of the updated process of how to file for a green card, right?
Pretty much, yeah,
basically. So let's jump right into the video.
This video is for general, informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Viewing this video does not create an attorney-client relationship or any other professional relationship. Thank you for viewing. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I mean it, like the video, now!
Alright, so the first step into starting the migrating is through something they call a petition. You petition for a beneficiary. So the petitioner is the person that currently resides in the United States, and the beneficiary is the person that is probably outside of the United States, or the person that is going to benefit from you filing for them.
Filing process. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the step one is literally filing the petition. You file the petition through a form with the USCIS called I-130.
And I-130A.
Alright. And I-130A is specifically because of you filing a spousal visa. If you look on the I-130A form, it says at the top, spouse or whatever, beneficiary, whatever. So when you're filing the I-130, there's several information that you pretty much need. Your birth certificate, passport size pictures, and all those little things to go along with it. The I-130A have a little bit more focus on your partner. So pretty much it asks for information like where they live since the age of 16 and all those other things. This process was mainly done by a lawyer that we had at the time, and she had us compiling pretty much the information that she asked for. She asked us to put together a document kind of outlining our relationship from the beginning of the relationship pretty much up until the point where we were filing the petition. And then she gave us a whole checklist of pretty much stuff that we needed in order to submit with the petition through the USCIS.
We will also be sharing that checklist with you, so you can click the description box below the area down there, and you can also ask all the questions that is relevant to the filing process, and we will try our very best to respond to all of them. So the first step, as Alex said, is the USCIS portal. You're going to go there and you're going to create a account, and then you're going to file for a petition, whether it be spousal or whichever type of
any other family or anything related. Yeah, so pretty much, and you can do it by mail too, but the best way is to kind of do it the online way. So when we were doing that process, we, as we said before, we were doing it through a lawyer, and we pretty much paid the lawyer. They did what they needed to do, and then we paid, I forget how much, it was $500 and something. We paid.
The lawyer was on retainer, so whenever we have a question or any concern, then we have to contact and whatever.
Yeah. So then we paid a fee for the processing of the I-130 form. We paid a fee. It was like $500 and something. And then after we paid that fee, we got a receipt back that had a case number on there, which is an IOE number, if I'm not mistaken. It was a case number on there, and that was a number pretty much we could use to track our case along the way while we were waiting for USCIS to receive and approve our application. We submitted the application, and a couple months after that, USCIS pretty much are going to say, hey, we received the case, we need nothing else at this point, and that just means that they're waiting for your case to be approved or denied. It depends on what you are when you're filing the petition. So, for example, I was a green card holder at the time, so the wait time for a green card holder
It's
filing
more
for
lengthy.
is more lengthy, more so than a U.S.
Citizen.
citizen filing for somebody outside of the country. I did eventually become a U.S. citizen, but the petition was put in when I was a green card holder.
Right.
Yeah. So after now, USCIS, couple months after, it's like 6 months afterwards, pretty much said them receive the case, nothing else they need from us, and the case did not get approved till way longer than that. And the sweetheart can go into why our case took so long to be approved.
So firstly, as I was saying, so he was a green card holder at the time once we filed for the petition. So, and I was also on internship, so I had to be waited for I have to wait through the period for like 2 years in order to return back to the country, to the US, to the US, right? Because that's where I did my internship. Because with the internship visa come with a stipulation or a band on it that states that you're not allowed to enter into the US until a certain period of time unless you are able to apply for a waiver. So that was the whole reason why we even request a lawyer in the first place. But as I said, everybody's situation is different, so we ended up waiting out the 2-year time, and then after doing so, follow up on the delay with our filing process. The lawyer claimed that they submitted the documents, however it was not submitted, because we ended up calling USCIS. Yes, you can reach out to USCIS and you can contact them. Babe will explain to you how you reach out to them and get in touch with someone so they can tell you and give you a follow-up on your case specifically. Honestly, if we knew that this process was easier than we thought, we would have been doing it by ourselves without assistance. Once you can read, you're able to read, it will be a breeze, trust me. So
yeah,
the need for a lawyer is not really necessary. So we called USCIS and they said that yes, your whatever was there, but it was not updated to citizenship.
Pretty much the lawyer only updated the naturalization certificate to the USCIS portal, but they did no other.
There were no other updates.
Then they do nothing else, pretty much.
So that led to our case being delayed.
Because
right?
USCIS didn't know that it was supposed to be, the petition was supposed to be me filing as a US citizen instead of me filing as a green card holder. And as we said before, the wait time on those two things are different because the categories are different. So, and additionally, the reason why we had a lawyer in the first place was because we consulted with a lawyer prior, and they pretty much explained that even though she had that 2-year lien or 2-year ban on the visa of her entering the United States, there's a waiver that they can file to get her here if the petition is approved and all those things happen before that 2-year period ended up.
So moving forward now, we realized we got in touch with USCIS. They updated it. 2 weeks later, we got an email
that pretty much say, hey, you're approved.
Yeah.
We get an email from USCIS say, hey, your case has been updated. When I went in there was a document. You check on the history didn't change, but the document in there pretty much showed that they approved the case. About 4 or 5 days after that, we got another email saying that they sent over the case to the National Visa Center.
Yeah. So the case was approved by USCIS May 15th, and then we got another email called the case creation that we received on May 21st.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks span, everything started to move rapidly.
Yeah.
Like we removed the middle person, and then things start to, the ball starts to roll. So I implore you, if it's a case where you have a lawyer, and don't just sit down and just depend on the lawyer alone. Get up and also do the legwork. Go and find out for yourself to see that they're actually doing their work, because there are many scenarios that I heard about persons
with lawyers
and all that, and sadly we almost become a victim of it. So if we were not being mindful and actually getting up and getting the work done ourselves and doing the legwork, other than just relying solely on the lawyer, then probably our case would never ever got approved or get to the point where we want it to. So
yeah.
do the extra work. It's your money spending at the end of the day, so just get it done. Don't neglect the process. All right, so it took us 2 weeks to hear back from USCIS, where we were able to create our own case, and the ball started to roll. And then afterwards,
all right, so boom. Yeah, so after the case creation email, pretty much from the National Visa Center, we got another email to show the invoice number and the case number with the NVC. When we got that information, there's a portal that you get access to with the National Visa Center. Is on a website called CEAC, and on that website you can log in and it shows access. It shows you. It showed my name and it showed Shantel's name. It showed my name under the section that says affidavit of support, and it shows Shantel's name under the section of she's the beneficiary. So there's a form that is associated with her and a form associated with me. The form that associated with her it was basically the DS260.
Yeah, the
DS260, and then the affidavit of support form was for me. So pretty much you have to pay a fee before even gain access to these forms. They're going to be grayed out in the portal prior to you paying the fee. You have to pay the fee, and then you have to wait a couple of days for them to receive the money, and then once you receive the money, you can start filling out the forms. So after we boom, and we do that now. Yeah. We finish the DS260. There's documents that they request alongside the DS260. So, or in our case, they ask for additional documents that probably in other people's cases they wouldn't ask. Yeah. But they specify what they want from you in that little section where you have to submit those documents. So we submitted the marriage certificate, her police record, birth certificate.
Police record, yeah.
So all those little things we'd have to submit in her section right there.
And for him,
and then for me now, it was this long list of things.
A lengthy list.
So
of things.
For me, it was mostly my tax information, tax transcripts, my naturalization certificate, passport, pretty much more things than they pretty much ask. So citizenship, proof of domicile, to show them live somewhere.
So whoever is applying for you, make sure them live somewhere. Make sure them file all their taxes, because when I went to the embassy, there were persons who were having issue because the person who what do you call them?
Yeah, who the petitioner?
The petitioner they did not file their taxes or some issues, so they had to be delayed for further processing. And just be mindful of that, alright? And also make sure you have all your money saved up, because it's going to be a bit pricey.
Yeah.
So the good thing though is that all the money does have to be spent one time. It's like little by little, it's spread out along the processing, along the
along the journey
during the process time. So little money here, but all that add up. So no save on a little money, because it's going to cost you a penny. All right. So after uploading all the affidavit of support documents.
Go so boom, I will submit, right? So once we're done, we check over everything, make sure everything was A-OK, cross every T, dot every I, and say, all right, boom, we'll submit that. So we submit that on the 31st of May, 2025. And then we became documentarily approved June 13, meaning that the National Visa Center has received all our documents and they need no further documents from us at that time. So all we're waiting for now is that interview date to go to the embassy. And after we get documentary approved June 13, literally two weeks after that, we got an email from the National Visa Center saying that, hey, you guys, your case has been expedited. never asked for this. We don't know how. But based on what
But
the research
Jesus.
based on the research that we did, it's pretty much sometimes they can see fit to upgrade a case if they want to, pretty much. So it was greatly appreciated because 1 week after that email, we got what we were waiting for, which is the interview letter or appointment letter.
So June 13, document approved, and then July 9, we got our appointment letter. So you realize it's every little 2 week, within 2 week span, we got our we get some updates from NVC.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then in that email now that we get with the appointment letter, there is 3 things in there. You get the appointment letter itself, you get the information that have to do with the courier to register on a website called AIS.visa, and then you get instructions of how to go and schedule your appointment for your medical at Andrews if you're in Jamaica. That part was tedious, to be honest, because we saw, because think about it like this, which we get the appointment date July 9, and then the interview date was month 10. So it was kind of hard to get a medical. So for the next week, it was very close to the interview date.
Yeah, and usually whenever you're doing an interview date, you need the medical. They recommend that the medical be done 2 weeks prior
14 days.
to the day of the interview at the embassy.
Yeah, but nothing not go wrong if you do it 2-3 days before. It's just that you're going to wait a little bit longer time to get back your passport once you get approved at the embassy. So pretty much she could do the courier, you register the interview with on that same website, with the AIS.visa website. You register the appointment there, and they literally just follow the instructions. When you go in there, it's supposed to be green. That show the part where for immigrants, you have a non-immigrant section and an immigrant section. I think it's supposed to be green if it is the immigrant section. And you go in there, follow the instructions, read properly, and it will show, said, hey, it go ask you, what's the reason why you come there? So today, why you're on that website, and you tell them, hey, me get an appointment from National Visa Center,
NVC,
and Rarity, and just follow the instructions. Read, follow the instructions. Tell them how you want, either you want it delivered to you or you want to pick it up from a pickup center in Jamaica. And I'm sure that Shantel will go more deeper into that because she said she want to do a video.
Oh yes, I did a video of me picking up my visa because it has been they changed the location.
Yeah, move from Arden Road.
So I moved from Arden Road to Ligani, literally across Ligani. Sovereign?
Sovereign, they cross from
across
Sovereign.
Sovereign on Ligani stretch on Olo Road there. I'll also add the video somewhere here, so you guys can see exactly where it's located. If you know where Planet Fitness is, or Express Fitness, but anyway, Express Fitness, that's where it's located.
Yeah. So, and then pretty much that was the bulk of the process.
Oh, whenever you're going to do your appointment, the same appointment letter, make sure you print the appointment letter. Make sure you print all the evidence that you have for you and your spouse. Be prepared, be on time, dress accordingly. That like you're going to do an interview.
Yeah.
Right? And what else? As you know, if you go to embassy, you know there's no phone. If you've been to the embassy before, some persons don't know that no phones are allowed, no electrical devices, no belts. Like, them have a search and all of that.
Yeah.
And like no lipstick, no lip gloss, no cutting devices. None of that. Just you and your documents are allowed. And so after receiving after we add in our information for the courier and all of that, you can decide whether or not you want to pick it up or you want to have it delivered. Of course, I'm going to be more secure and pick it up. The questions that were asked during the interview: be informed, be alert during the interview process, and know your partner well, know where you're going, all of that, because it's going to be asked. Have your evidence ready, have your 2 passport pictures ready, all right, the updated passport pictures ready, and Yeah, so the questions that were asked, where are you going? Where does your partner live? Your partner age? They asked when last I see my partner. I said he's currently outside waiting on me and all of that. Because Al came down to support me for the interview, which is good. Nice, yeah. And what else? How long have you guys been talking? Like, guys, may I tell you, them asked me question back to back to back to back. I was there for like 4 to 5 hours. I was there from 7:30 and I didn't leave till like 11, right? But the only thing I like is that they have seating area over the side that we were being interviewed at. So that was the upside, opposed to being interviewed by the other side where you have to stand up and wait to go in the line and everybody are panic and all of that. So
Yeah.
answer the question them promptly, and just speak up and do your best and just be informed of what you like, where you're going and all of that. Just know the details.
Yeah, and the most important thing is to make sure that you know your partner in it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because they just want to make sure that you're
Everything
not scamming
is
them.
legit.
They make that's literally what they're there for. And just to remember that throughout the whole process, they're trying to map your relationship. So through the USCIS process, we have to submit evidences of your relationship. You have to submit ring receipt, wedding picture, all those other things.
Yeah.
They're putting together your
The
story.
story.
So once you help them put it together, it make it easier for you. Me, I'm a firm believer in bomb rushing people with information. So we give them way more than they pretty much ask for.
We were over prepared.
Yeah,
We were
like
so
if
organized and we're prepared.
Yeah, if them ask you 3 something, we give them 5 and 6. Just to make sure that they have no reason to come back to you and say, hey, we need this, we need this, we need this. So like that is one of the things I always tell people. Anybody going through this process, make sure that you over prepare and you overshare. And just to
Not
add,
necessarily overshare.
Not overshare, but give them more than them ask for. You know your partner.
You know your partner, and you guys know each other, and your thing has been like legit.
Yeah, thing legit.
Like,
Cause
hopefully it's legit.
yeah, because throughout the whole process, that is kind of one thing I have learned. Like, to make sure that you take things, as we mentioned before, make sure you take things in your own hand. Like, the mere fact that we find out that we can call USCIS, where people just make it seem like, oh, you can't do that. All you need to do is call them, and when you call them, them go ask the reason for your call. Just say info
And
pass.
tell them what exactly to say.
I'm about to do that.
Yeah.
Just say info pass on the phone and it let you through to somebody. You can speak to somebody. Okay. When you get through to somebody in customer service, pretty much them go ask you information regarding to your case number, all those things. And once you give them that, they can do anything you ask them to do. It is as simple as that. People don't say that or don't tell people publicly that they can call them. You can call them.
You can call them. Don't be scared.
You can call them and ask them, hey, what going for my case,
Don't just
brother?
rely upon the lawyer.
Don't rely upon lawyer. Don't rely upon case status. If you see something and you feel funny, call them. Because we sat for months thinking that everything was okay and it was just the natural process for it to take so long. No. It was not.
That's not the case.
That's not the case. So
I did my interview the 30th and I had my medical on the 28th, which is wild. Because listen, you see, as soon as you get the letter, it's about set an appointment date. I don't want it.
Yeah, go set the appointment as quick as possible.
Go do it as soon as possible. Me say, as we're ready for go set the appointment date for your medical, as we're ready for go set an appointment date for the medical, the days were like gone. Like people just take up the days them. So do it as soon as you get that email. Look out for it and go set the St. Andrews Medical Center, Memorial Center appointment. Do it quick and fast. Don't hesitate.
And another thing too is do some of the shots them before and do them outside the Andrews. And the reason why you want to do that is sometimes you go to Andrews and they're not there, they don't have them there, and it's gonna be cheaper as well to do it out the road. You can go to clinics and get those things done.
Also, I'll be creating a medical video where I'll be breaking down all the step by step information and details that you need to know to do your medical, all right, for St. Andrew Memorial Hospital for visa appointments. So I will be sharing that with you as well. So yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's the whole process. That's as much as we can share.
We will also be sharing with you all the links. So from USCIS, NVC, SIAC, AIS visa links in the description box where you can easily access the informations and the documents that you need to do the filing process. So feel free to comment below, ask any question that you want to ask. If you're uncertain about something, we will willingly answer your questions, because we want you guys to take the opportunity to make use of it, because trust me, the opportunity is there for everybody to take the world big. Like, yeah, so don't be afraid to apply. It's very easy and easier than what people think. Yeah, they might turn back people. Bullshit, right? Go and try yourself, ain't nothing wrong. So yeah, all the best if you're going to do your interview soon. And all that, baby, I'm black little light. All the best. See you there, black light. All the best, and let us know what you would like to know below by commenting. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video so this video can be useful to others as well. And yeah, go in the description box for the list and the links. Alright, see.
Believe. See you guys soon.
See you guys in the next video.